Hi there, Working Homeschool Moms. This is Charlotte Jones from My Little Homeschool and Charlotte Jones 24/7. And this is episode number 57 of the Strike a Balance podcast for Working Homeschool Moms. And today I'm going to be talking about adding homeschool mom skills to your resume. As homeschool moms, we learn a lot of really valuable soft skills that employers really look for in a good candidate. And I think it's really important to highlight them in our resume. So I'm going to be talking about some of those skills and also why you should add them to your resume. But before we get to the episode, I would be ever so grateful if you could rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. It just means that more working homeschool moms can see it and that we can build this working homeschool mom community and support each other. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to the Strike a Balance podcast for Working Homeschool Moms. This is Charlotte Jones. I'm a homeschool coach and homeschooling mom of twin boys. I know it can feel really overwhelming to keep all the balls in the air all the time. So each week I chat about tips and strategies for being a happy and thriving working homeschool mom that you can implement in your life too. I also speak to awesome and inspiring women who manage to juggle homeschooling and work successfully and find out what their secrets are. Be sure to check out my time audit and mindset challenge in the show notes and sign up to my newsletter for lots of cool freebies. And if you ever need to chat, please book in a session with me. I'm so excited for you to be here and I hope you'll get so much value out of this episode. So let's get started. Are you looking for a new math curriculum? Well, I'm thrilled to introduce our favorite math curriculum to you. CTCMath specializes in providing online video tutorials that take a multi-sensory approach to learning. Favorably reviewed in Cathy Duffy's 102 top picks and the old Schoolhouse crew review, the lessons are short and concise to help your children break down concepts and appreciate math in a whole new way. The lessons are taught the traditional way and not to a test. Each one of the video tutorials is taught by an internationally acclaimed teacher, Pat Murray, who is renowned for teaching math concepts in a simple, easy-to-understand way and in only a few minutes at a time. Using a multi-sensory approach means having the combination of effective graphics and animation synchronized with the voice of a friendly teacher together with a practical assessment. This three-pronged attack makes learning so much easier and more effective. Even students who struggled with math are getting fantastic results, and ones who were doing okay before are now doing brilliantly. Visit ctcmath.com today to start your free trial. CTC Maths is generously offering my listeners an amazing special. Go to www.ctcmath.com/MLH to get a half-price discount plus a bonus 6 months for free. That's ctcmath.com/MLH. If you're a working mom who homeschools or a homeschool mom who works, I think it's super important to add the homeschool mom skills that you learn to your resume. As someone who worked in recruitment for years and who still helps people with interviews today, I can guarantee you that these skills are definitely sought after. So why should you add your homeschool mom skills to your resume? If you homeschool your kids through most of their schooling, then it could be a job that you do for more than a decade. Not to mention, if you have multiple kids, it can be even longer than a decade. It's important to record this on your resume. But even if you homeschool your kids for just a few years, it's bound to be a job that you're passionate about and that can be really challenging at the same time. There are so many skills that you can learn from this kind of job. At the same time, homeschooling is finite. Eventually, you'll have taught all your kids and the title of homeschool mom will no longer fit. Then it could be time to find a job. So you'll want to add in the years that you spent homeschooling your kids. As I said, I have a lot of experience in recruitment. It was one of my responsibilities in my previous career. And I also help a lot of ESL students to prepare for job interviews now. I know that apart from technical skills, soft skills can really help you to land a job. And being a homeschool mom will teach you many important soft skills. So I think it's really important to highlight them and to be proud of them. First of all, homeschool moms make great teachers. I think this is the most obvious skill that you'll learn as a homeschool mom. And if you don't have a formal qualification, you are actually learning on the job. I found a lot of great candidates who had more practical experience than diplomas or degrees. And you can't underestimate the importance of actually doing something rather than learning the theory. So you might not be able to teach at a public institution, but you could teach at a co-op or you could teach online or at a cottage homeschool. And I would highlight the following things that you've learned. Lesson planning. So even if you're pretty relaxed in your homeschool, you still have to plan some lessons along the way. And you'll definitely also have an idea what you want your outcomes to be, which is really important in teaching and learning. Tailor-made learning is something else. So experienced homeschool moms that I've spoken to almost all talk about meeting their kids where they are in their learning. It's one of the major benefits of homeschooling. And if you translate this into teaching others, you're going to be a very popular and effective teacher. Teaching different levels or ages at the same time. Many homeschooling families have more than one child they're homeschooling at the same time. This is a skill that's really valuable as a teacher. If you can engage and interest different levels, then be sure to state it loud and clear. Being a homeschool mom means that you get to put your critical thinking hat on a daily basis. Having critical thinking skills is a must for any job. Employers want to know that their new hire will be able to roll with the punches and take on anything that's thrown at them. If the last few years of uncertainty and change can teach us anything, it's that these skills have become and are going to become even more important. As a homeschool mom, I can guarantee you that you are honing your critical thinking skills every day. And here are some ways that you might have sharpened them. Let's say your child is resistant to learning. So you have to find ways to engage and interest them through trial and error. You have to manage a home, learning, and a myriad of other tasks every day. It means that you have to figure out how to fit everything into your day and to be flexible when unexpected things crop up. There's no actual qualification for being a homeschool mom. You need to find your own path with patience and determination, and you have to work through any of the hitches you encounter. Being willing to learn new things also helps a lot with critical thinking. You've got to be okay with doing research about so many things and to learn alongside your kids. I think that every day as a homeschool mom is critical thinking practice, and you can confidently add this soft skill to your resume. Interview tip. Always give examples to prove these skills. As a recruiter, I wanted to know what critical thinking meant in practical terms in the candidate's work life. I wanted them to give me real examples, and I wasn't convinced with generic answers. Don't be shy to share some difficult obstacles and how you overcame them, because you would have learned so much by doing this. And it's a great way to prove to your recruiter or to the interviewer. Teamwork makes the dream work. Another sought after skill is teamwork. Very rarely do we work in a vacuum. 9 times out of 10, you're going to have colleagues that you're going to have to work with and get along with. Being a homeschool mom may feel pretty lonely, but I promise you that you're also learning teamwork skills. And it could be with some difficult people like I have with my children. Here are some ways that you're improving your teamwork skills as a homeschool mom. A successful homeschool is one where everyone is involved. When you include your kids in their learning, you make homeschool a team effort. And a good team player lets everyone be part of decisions and praise. You have to learn to communicate effectively in your homeschool. This is a big part of working well with others. You need to listen actively and choose your words wisely. I believe moms of more than one kid quickly learn conflict management. There's often conflict in a work dynamic as well. So being able to deal with this is another really valuable skill. And at work, you're going to be dealing, hopefully, with pretty rational human beings, unlike having to deal with toddlers, tweens, or teenagers. It should translate quite well and probably be easier than at home. You can organize and prioritize like a boss. As a homeschool mom, you know how to prioritize and organize. Otherwise, your whole life would be chaos. You have to combine everything in your life into one space, so there's no escaping it. I found that homeschool moms quickly learn to get everything sorted out. Employees want to know that you can identify what's important and that you can plan and execute tasks effectively. And also that you can work under pressure. As a homeschool mom, you've got this down. You know how to complete many different types of tasks in one day. You can clean and cook and socialize, teach, learn, manage, and wrangle all within a single day, and often within a limited amount of time as well. Flowing with different seasons of homeschool learning is another skill you have. You know when your kids are the most receptive and when to back off. You can cook 3 meals and make a million snacks during the day. This involves a lot of organization, not to mention all the budgeting that has to go into feeding baby birds, which is what homeschoolers all seem to become. If you live in a state with a lot of homeschool regulations, then you're a master of organization and you quickly learn how to balance what your kids need with the needs of the state. My final thoughts on homeschool mom skills. When you sit in that interview, I want you to keep these things in mind. You are enough, and your homeschool mom skills are valuable and transferable. The company you are applying for will be lucky to have you. You have a lot to offer them. The interview goes both ways. Ask questions so that you can be sure the company is what you're looking for. Be confident. No matter what your resume says, you can learn anything that needs to be learned, and you already have the soft skills to be a great catch. Ask for the working conditions you want. The pandemic has made employers so much more flexible. So don't be shy to ask for working from home, half days, things like that. And lastly, remember that you are worthy of the job. Never let anyone make you doubt your abilities, work ethic, and skills. If you ever need some support in finding a new job, be sure to reach out. I have a lot of experience in this, and I know that homeschool moms are amazing. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. Drop me a DM on Instagram or post on the Working Homeschool Moms support group over on Facebook, and let me know what resonated the most with you. It would also be great if you could rate, review, and subscribe, or share the podcast with a working homeschool mom who might need it. It's my mission to support as many working homeschool moms as possible. Until next time, take care